Hey mamas, how are you today? So, do you feel like you hit rock bottom? In motherhood or life in general, are you feeling like, nothing's gonna get better? You just can't see the light at the tunnel. You just can't see how your life is going to get any better. I've been there. I completely understand what you're going through right now. So today, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the feeling that you hit rock bottom, right? Or, that you are heading towards rock bottom. And, maybe why you're there right now, what's going on, how you can get past this. Is there really a light at the end of the tunnel? Things like that. So let's talk about that. For those of you who this is your first time, I'm Danielle Cotis. I'm a new mom coach, and I coach new moms how to let go of the guilt, gain more energy, and kick that anxiety and depression to the curb. I specialize in working with women who have postpartum depression and anxiety and help them to heal naturally. So this is one of the topics that I talk a lot about with my clients, and it's a feeling as if you hit rock bottom. So I had read a post today on someone on my Facebook, and they had talked about the struggles that they were going through. It's not worth living anymore. It's too hard. There's too much going on. It's too much. It's overwhelming. I don't know what to do anymore. I've tried my hardest. I've tried my best, and I'm giving up. And I completely resonated with this post. It totally spoke to me. I know it was like it was not a female, and it was a complete. Almost like a deja vu experience. Like I heard him saying the stuff that I was saying, although I'm not going through the same thing as you or the person who made the post. But I really resonated with the fact that you just feel like your life has ended, that it just can't possibly get any better than it is right now. And I get it. I was there. I could not see the light of the tunnel. I could not see anything. It feels as if each experience that you're having, like a little bit of your heart is being torn away, or maybe even your soul. Like it felt like my soul, like pieces of my soul were just dissipating. So like whatever you're going through right now, I understand that every time you have an event, every time you have a scenario, whatever it is, I understand what it feels like to have a person or to have an experience take part of your soul away. It's almost like you are disappearing, that each situation that you're going through, and especially in motherhood in the beginning, because you have so many things going on, all these situations are taking part of you. It's ripping you apart. And you question whether or not you can handle this anymore, if it's worth living this way anymore, because people are ripping at you or your experiences are ripping at you, and they're making you question whether or not you deserve to live a great life, or you deserve to have a happy relationship, or you deserve to be a great mom, or you're worthy of abundance or anything like that. It questions who you are as a person, and it makes you question whether or not the world is completely against you, and thus the universe is completely against you. I've been there where you feel like you just can't catch a break. Just nothing is going right. It just keeps going one thing right after the other is wrong. And I'm not just talking in motherhood, but I'm talking just in life in general, that these experiences can, in essence, crush us. And it could be as far back as your childhood or as soon as this morning. It doesn't have to be something that was so far in your past that caused you these ripping away at your life type experiences. It could be as soon as this morning something happened. But what happens is over time of all of these horrible experiences, these traumatic experiences that we're going through, it rips apart at us. And as you would say it, is that we can't handle it anymore. You just feel like you can't do it anymore. And, many people, choose drugs, turn to suicide, they leave their families. There's so many things that go on when all this turmoil and all this stressors and all these different experiences start happening to you. And because I was there, there's not a lot that I can say to make you feel like it's possible to live this wonderful life. It's hard for me to explain to you that you can get past this. But what I can do is I can tell you that you are way stronger than you think. That you've already handled a lot. And you've already overcome all of these different obstacles that you've been through throughout your life. You've already used your strength, used your intuition, used the tools and resources for each situation along the way. And although this situation, whatever it is, and for me it was motherhood at the time, that's happening to you right now. Number one, it doesn't define who you are. It's not 100% guaranteed that the universe is against you. And you will use this experience to show yourself, your future self, how strong you really are, how powerful you really are, how much you are worthy to live a great life. You are deserving to use a great life. So although right now you are really, really struggling and you are crying, you might be crying as you're listening to this. You might be down on your knees praying to someone, anyone, to please help you, to please give you a break, to please take the pain away, to please take this experience away from you. And it might be so overwhelming that you're willing to disappear in some sort of fashion, that you want to run away, that you can't take this anymore. You can't take any more hits. You can't handle it. And I can feel that that's what you're feeling right now, because I felt that. I felt that I couldn't take any more blows, that my heart, my whole life could not handle any more, I'm getting emotional, any more of the pain. It was so intense. It was so intense. And, people don't understand. I mean, I'm talking about motherhood, but in life in general, whatever you're going through. And they don't understand because they've never been there. But I understand what you're going through. And I hear you, and I can feel you right now, that this is a really intense time for you. And it's really upsetting and really frustrating that you can't see anything good about your situation right now. You can't find the light. So I was there. I've been there. So yeah, it fucking sucks. It really sucks. It's really hard. It's really upsetting. There's no support. There's nowhere to turn. There's nowhere to go. But I promise you, you hit rock bottom. Things can't get any worse. Okay, they cannot get any worse. They can only go up from here. Can only go up. And yes, this road to your uphill might be a legitimate uphill battle. It will be a constant inner turmoil. It will be a constant outside turmoil. But I promise you, the road up is there. It's just your choice of whether or not you're going to take that road. It's your choice whether you're going to stay on the bottom and suffer and look for food and, try to find this light. Okay, well, the light is way up there. The light is way up there. At this bottom point, you can't see it. There's no food at the bottom here. There's no help. There's no support. There's nobody here but yourself. So if you want to reach that light at the end of the tunnel, if you want to get to where you want to go in your brain, where you see happiness, where you have this visualization of what that looks like, whether it be that you're a great mom, you have a great relationship with your spouse, you have a great relationship with your family, you have a great relationship with your baby, whatever it is, I know you see it. I know you see where you want to be. And it seems so far away that it seems like it's never, you're never going to get there. You will get there, but you can't stay here on the bottom. You can't stay here. Ooh, sorry. You can't stay here. You can only go up. If you stay there, you will never feel better. You will never get out of that hole. You will never be able to achieve what you want to achieve. So you have to get up. You have to get up. Sorry. You have to get up. You have to make it work. You know why? Because you deserve that vision of who you are and what you have in your life. You deserve all of it. And you are 100% worthy of living this wonderful life that you envision yourself to be. And although you can't see it right now, it's there. It's there, and it's there for your taking. But you have to get up. You have to take the steps. You have to walk up the thousands of stairs up. You have to do it. Because the food, it's at the top. You'll starve to death if you stay down here. The support, it's at the top. You'll die alone down here. You need to walk up the stairs. You need to take that step. And every day you continue to take that step. Because I promise you, the more steps you take, the more the universe supports you. The more you start to see your support system. The closer you are to the food, you can smell it. You can smell the food. It's right there. It's just a little bit farther. So each step that you take, it's going to help you to get closer and closer to where you want to be. And I know that, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm getting like so emotional. This is like such a intense thing that I went through. And I'm sure many of you are going through right now. I'm sorry. Let me take a breath. So it's there. It's theirs for your taking. And I promise you, there are lighter days ahead of you. There are more days ahead of you. But there's some ways that there's some things you have to do to start getting there. So let's talk about that. So enough with my overwhelming emotions that I'm having right now, and I'm sure you guys are too. How can you get there? What can you do? You need to change your perception of what's happening right now. So I'm going to tell you from a person that's been through a whole lot and has now come out on the other side. What I went through helped me become the person I am today. What I went through, now I can help people get through what they're going through right now. I can show you the way. I can show you the light at the end of the tunnel. I can take you there. Hand in hand, we can hold it and we can get there. If I didn't experience what I had to experience with my son and the postpartum depression and anxiety and everything in my life in general, I would not be where I am today. And that's a really great place. I know it doesn't seem like that, but it's a really great place. It does exist. So what I went through was a defining moment for me when I finally realized that I was strong enough to come out. I had so much strength in me that I didn't even know existed. I have so much confidence and belief in myself, and it was shut down by all of these people and all these situations and all this negativity that I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. But because I was in such a dark place, because I was in such a dark hole, the confidence and the power and the light is so much brighter now. It's so much more intense. My life is so much better, and I can see the magic in so many different things. So you have this power. You have this light. It's inside of you. Okay. And I know you're struggling to find it and you're looking for it and you're searching, but I need you to stop for a second. I need you to just take a deep breath and start changing your view of every situation, your view, your perception of life, your negative mindset around yourself, around your life, around what you're going through right now. That's how you're going to start to come out of this hole. Just changing your perception so you have no support, so your husband doesn't help you. You can't go back to work. You're stuck at home. You're financially unstable. There's so many things that you're going through right now. I get it. It sucks. It sucks There's too many stressors. There's too many things going on. What I want you to do is just focus on one thing. So yes, there's thousands of things going on right now. So many stressors, so many situations that's happening. That's why you're feeling this way. But just focus on one thing, yourself. Okay, focus on yourself. Yes, you don't have help from your family members. Yeah, your husband is a pain in the butt, doesn't do what you asked him to do. Yeah, you don't have any money. I get it. Okay, you can't change all of that today. You can't change all of these things today. What you can change is this. Okay, this is what you have power over right now. You have control over your thoughts. You have control over your emotions. You may not know that right now, but with time, with meditation, with affirmations, with listening to positive motivational speeches, with listening to videos like this, you can find that inside of you, that you have control. You have control over your view and your perception of reality and what's going on. So what I want you to do is start taking care of you, because you can't fix all these other things if your head's not clear, if you're not centered. You cannot fix or even attempt to find a solution to all of these problems if you don't take care of you first. So today, I want you to take one self-care habit. I don't care what that is. You take a bath, you go shopping, you eat a whole freaking cake, whatever you want. You do one thing for yourself. You find 5 minutes, right, to sit with your breath. Count in 6 times, out 6 times. Sit with your breath. Do it 6 times. Take a minute and 30 seconds. But take 5 minutes just to sit there. Take care of you. Find time to clear your head. Okay. Then the third thing is, I want you to find time to write down the most pertinent things that need to change, the most devastating things that are going on in your life that need to change. So it was probably 10 things at this point. I know it was more for me, but write down those things that you want to change. Right? What is it that you need to change? You want to change that you're no longer angry, you're not screaming. You want to change that you're no longer depressed or crying or anxious. You want to change, you want your husband to help out a little bit more. You want your family members to help out a little bit more. You want more money. You want to go back to work, or you want to stay home. Whatever it is, I want you to find out those things that are the most things that you're struggling with right now that need to change. So write them down. And then I want you to get a clear vision of what it is that you want it to look like. So if you want to go back to work, what does that look like? You want to work full-time, part-time? How much money you want to make? You want your husband to help out more. How much more help do you need? Do you want more intimate relationship? How much more intimate? What exactly are you looking for? You want to be less angry? You want to stop yelling? What does that look like? How does your responses look like? You want more money. How can you get more money? What does that look like? What does that mean to you? You want more support from your family. What does that look like? You want someone there every day? You want someone there once a week? You want date night? What does that look like? So what's going on? What does it look like? And now I want you to write one action step for each of these things. How can you start making that better? What is one thing you can do? One thing you can do to go back to work is send out an interview. One thing you can do to stay home is quit your job. Another thing, you want your husband to help out. What's one action step? Tell him, please, it makes me anxious when you don't help out with this. It makes me upset when you don't do this. It gives me anxiety. I feel unsupported. I feel unloved. Take one action step. Call your mom. You need help. Call your mom. Call your dad. Call your best friend. I need help. I'm struggling. Can someone please come over and talk to me? Can someone please watch the baby? You need one action step for all these things. Okay, so number one thing, take care of you first. You cannot fix anything without a clear head. Write them down, what it is that's the problem. What do you want it to look like? And one action step for each one, okay? And one day at a time is all you can take. One action step at a time is all that you can take. If you look at the big picture of all the things that you're going through, it's so overwhelming. It's so frustrating. You just cry thinking about how is it possible that all this can be done? You can't, it's not possible if you look at all of it at the same time. One thing, one day at a time, you take one step. And I promise you, every day, if you take one step, that's one step up to the food. That's one step up to your support. That's one step up to the light. And every day, if you continue to take one step at a time, I promise you will reach the top. You will reach the top 100%. You got to go a little bit. Get quarter way, get halfway there, get 3/4 way, and then get all the way there. You can do this. Okay, one step at a time. Take one day at a time. Your life is not perfect right now, and who the hell knows if it will ever be really perfect. But you will, with that one step at a time, with that one action step, and taking care of you, because that's the most important thing. You can't change all these other people and what they say and what they do and how they judge you and things like that, but you can change the way you think and the way you perceive your situations and the world. And if that's the only thing that can change, that's what's going to get you to where you got to go. That's going to get you to where you got to go. I promise you. Okay? I am so thankful for you all to be here. I really hope that this resonated with you, and I really hope that you get to the point where you start taking this one step at a time, because it is possible. It's totally possible. It's totally possible for you to feel really, really, really good. It is. It is. Shake your head. It's really possible. Okay? I know the tears hurt. I know your heart hurts. I know your soul hurts. But if you take one step at a time, eventually your heart won't hurt anymore. It'll be protected because you took care of you. Your soul will be protected because you took care of you. And every day, you're going to be more assertive. You're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to ask for help. You're going to go get help. You're going to have friends. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. I promise you, you're going to make it. But you have to take care of you. You have to focus on you, because you can't change everything at one time. One day at a time, and you will make it to the top. I promise you, there's a light at the end of the tunnel that seems so far away. All right, guys, thank you so much for being on the line. Please, if you really resonated this, please share with your friends. Please share with people in life in general. Please share with your mom friends. Give me a big heart, and please leave me a comment on your thoughts about this. And please like my Instagram page, The Unfamiliar Mom, my Facebook fan page, The Unfamiliar Mom, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Danielle Kotis. And if you need help and you're really struggling and you need to talk to someone, I'm here. You can book a call with me, theunfamiliarmom.com/book, or you can DM me or private message me, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have, or just be your shoulder to cry on right now. All right? I love you, girls. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Until next time.